What if Naruto was an Uchiha Part 6? Let's go. The newly formed Team 7, consisting of Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, led by Kakashi Hatake, is now in action, though for now just continuing with doing D-ranked missions. After doing about 50 or so in the matter of 1 month, the whole team gets really exhausted and bored. They thought that they were going to do actual missions, and here they're doing chores and helping on farms. And if I might add, barely getting paid. None of them are happy, not even their sensei, Kakashi, who was bored from number 1 of the missions. The two Uchiha brothers, Sasuke and Naruto, at the same time file a complaint with Kakashi that then goes on to the Hokage, Hiruzen. Hiruzen was only expecting this, as their Genin team has made incredible progress and shown very good teamwork. So he thought they were mature enough to take on a harder mission, a C rank perhaps. So he called in the bridge builder, Tazuna, which had a job to build a bridge in a land of waves, though he said that there might be some bandits on the way. Tazuna, who was drunk, was about to make jokes about the 3 Genin as they looked like children to him, but then he saw their serious expressions. Not serious as in sad, but serious as in let's kick some ass. Naruto even had a smirk, showing that he's ready to fight. So with a mere smile, Tazuna prepared himself for the mission to start on the next day. Together the team left Konoha, and then on the way, whilst using the diamond formation to keep their target, Tazuna, in the center, with all 3 Genin on the top, west and east side, with Kakashi at the very back, they encountered a puddle of water, which was strange. It hadn't rained for days, actually a week even, and everything else was dry. It was pretty warm right now, so how could there be a puddle of water? But before Sakura could connect the dots, Naruto jumped to rescue her, as he already saw what was about to happen. He saw through the whole genjutsu, and so he, as well as Sasuke taking the other one, both fought the demon brothers. Though at first very startled, Sakura wasn't just standing around. She fought as well. Even though the battle was short, she threw a bunch of kunai and confused the enemy. It might not seem like much, but well, hey, the opponents weren't very strong, so can't really expect much. They were about to continue walking, but then Kakashi stopped them. Tazuna. These were Chunin level fighters. We expected some bandits, if even that. Something that Genin could handle. This mission, from these Chunin appearing, has already gone up to a B rank, and who knows what could expect us in the village itself. Which is why I decided to call off the mission. Genin, let's go. We're bringing Tazuna back to Konoha for a different team to complete the mission. However, all 3 Genin stood their ground. Kakashi-sensei, if I might, Sakura started. Well, I think what she's trying to say is, Naruto continued, what they mean is that we're strong enough to do this mission, Sasuke completed. We can do this. We defeated them easily, and we didn't even need their help. So why can't we just finish the mission? It's much more fun like this anyways if we don't know what's expecting us. And worst case scenario, you're here, aren't you? I doubt a Jonin is gonna lose to some random shinobi, right? And you're pretty famous in Konoha, so if you lose the battle, well, I guess the rumors about you just weren't true, were they? All 3 of you are sure about this? Kakashi turned serious. Absolutely, they all said at the same time. Alright, let's go then. Kakashi summoned a dog, which brought the 2 demon brothers to Konoha, if you're asking how a single dog could drag 2 grown men. Well, Kakashi actually used space manipulation, let's say that. Nah, I'm just kidding. In all honesty, he summoned a dog that had the ability that whatever he ate, he could actually transport with him without any problem. Now, he could also eat attacks, theoretically, but it does have some drawbacks, and you'll see it later. But for now, just imagine the dog is not too large, but it can grow and shrink in size to eat people, or whatever it wants, and then, well, diminish in size, and still transport those things. So Team 7 continued their mission, and Tazuna was a little wary now. He wasn't quite happy. The team now knew that he was kind of bullshitting them on the C rank thing. And whilst he saw that the kids were pretty strong, which made him feel a little better, those people that tried to just assassinate him weren't very weak. So who knows how many more of these people Gato could hire. But he wouldn't mention it for now. Until Naruto asked him. He wanted the truth of why they were being lied to. He wasn't angry. He was actually quite happy it became a fun mission, not a random C rank. He just was interested why this whole thing happened. And Tazuna explains, which I'm sure I don't need to repeat, about how the village is poor, so he wasn't able to afford it, and Gato, and all that stuff. I'm sure you know. But then suddenly, when they get very close to Tazuna's village in the Land of Waves, they stop. Duck! Kakashi screams, as Tazuna and the three Genin do so. Half a second later, a huge blade flies right above them that would have decapitated them. Nice sword you got there, Zabuza Momoshi, Naruto says, whilst closely inspecting the sword, touching it with his right hand, trying to pull it out of the tree that it landed in. Yeah, this is certainly a weird sword. Can you call it a sword? For one hand. Well, let's see. Oh, it's heavy. As Naruto started wielding it with merely one arm, one hand. Let's see how this thing goes. As Naruto charged in using this blade. But somehow, even though the blade weighed just as much as his own body weight, he was so fast. So fast Tazuna couldn't see him. So fast Sakura couldn't see him. And without his Sharingan activated, it wasn't too easy for Sasuke either. He saw him, but let's say he's rarely seen Naruto go this fast before. Especially when it's not them two sparring. Naruto used the hilt to hit Zabuza from the back, so he didn't slice him. I just want to make that clear. Naruto is not a murderer. Well, we'll get into that some other time. He didn't kill Zabuza, let's say that. Sakura and Sasuke both take this opportunity when Zabuza is still stunned, as he now turns around to Sasuke. Meanwhile, he has two attacks coming from behind by either Genin. Sasuke is obviously faster than Sakura, so he first lands a kick to the back of Zabuza's neck, and Sakura tries to use a kunai, but Zabuza isn't weak. He sees it coming, so he body flickers away to a nearby lake. It was just in front of them, and here Zabuza would be much stronger, as he's a master of the water element. Kakashi, expecting a jutsu, turns on a Sharingan, though Naruto does the exact same, as all three of them are now doing the water dragon jutsu, which both Kakashi and Naruto are imitating from Zabuza. And whilst Zabuza and Kakashi's cancel each other out, Naruto is still there, hitting Zabuza from the side. And so Zabuza is completely outmatched, with two people doing the same jutsu as him, with him only being able to block one at a time. Sasuke doesn't waste a moment, and goes forward to kick Zabuza once more, this time down on the top of his head, like pushing Zabuza into the water from the amount of force produced by Sasuke's kick. Now, Zabuza was defeated, and Haku comes along and tries to steal a show, though we all know that Haku is working with, and actually for, Zabuza. And Naruto and Sasuke both realize that as well, having their Sharingan activated. They can see that Haku's heart is beating fast. Fast as if he was lying. Now from the outside, you couldn't see it. But with the Sharingan, you're able to pick up on things that normal humans wouldn't be able to. And so, with none of them being as depleted of energy as in the original series, they stop Haku from taking Zabuza's body, as they ask him why he doesn't just burn the body here, like a tracking ninja normally would. Meanwhile, all 4 ninja are getting into a fighting stance, with Kazuna backing away from Haku slowly but surely. Haku goes for Kazuna, though Sasuke and Naruto both stop him, and both kick Haku from either side, rendering him completely unable to fight, as multiple ribs were smashed on either side by both Uchiha kicks. Naruto decides to bring Zabuza and Haku both along with him, as they're not dead yet, and they could give a lot of information about the mission as well. Kakashi now decided that this mission would be an A-rank mission, as these two were Jonin level. Zabuza would have definitely been a good match for Kakashi, meaning that he is at least Jonin level. And while Haku was weaker, he wasn't too weak. He was also at the very minimum a Chunin, because, well, he didn't get to see much, but his speed was incredible. And he gained a lot of respect for Naruto and Sasuke, though he already had respect for Naruto, for a different reason. The rest of the mission goes pretty smoothly. They don't need to train water or tree walking, as all 3 of them already know. Of course, the Uchiha boys know, and Sakura does as well. She saw in the academy even that Naruto and the other Uchiha, Sasuke, are far ahead, and she wanted to compete as well. So she tried to ask Iruka what she could do, and he taught her water walking. Well, first obviously tree walking. And during their D-rank missions as a group, she perfected this skill. So they really didn't need much training, though they did a bit, and some team working exercises. Obviously not like school exercises, but like fighting strategies, that kind of stuff. And obviously some sparring with each other and with Kakashi. Not too complicated stuff, I think you can figure it out. Just some basic training. And obviously the day came when Gato and his men would arrive to try to destroy the bridge and stop its building. However, they failed miserably, when the entirety of Team 7, Kakashi, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura were ready to face them off. They didn't have Zabuza as in the original, but Naruto, Sasuke would suffice, and Sakura was much stronger than in the original as well. The 3 getting rushed in, as Kakashi took on multiple opponents by trying to flank the group of henchmen. And after 10 minutes of fighting, all of the mafiosos were done. And Gato, well, I think you know what happened to Gato. It was a mission accomplished. And being incredibly impressed with the Uchiha boys' skill, the bridge was named the Great Uchiha Bridge. Not the Naruto Bridge, the Uchiha Bridge, as most of the work was done by Naruto and Sasuke. Now they return back to Konoha as they see that the Chunin exams are about to begin. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate it. Have a nice day. See ya! That's gonna be it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!